Kids across the world are playing on equipment made by a company headquartered in Chattanooga.
PlayCore has a huge manufacturing facility just down the road in Fort Payne, Alabama. News Channel 9's Latricia Thomas joins us now to take us inside. Latricia.
Josh and Kim, for kids, the promise of an afternoon on the playground can't be beat. And when you see how PlayCore makes those pieces, the experience is even more exciting. Before iPhones and tablets, this is how kids spent their summer days, where hours on the playground passed in what seemed like seconds.
Play is so critical because I'm an old guy, and when I was growing up, you played outside, and I think we've lost a lot of that. So hopefully what we're doing will help push a lot of that, and people push them outside a little bit more.
That push begins in Fort Payne at PlayCore's Game Time facility. Half of the 300 employees here manufacture metal. The others pour plastic.
Basically, all you're doing is throwing resin in it and heating it up in a mold and just rotating it and letting gravity help you.
This rotational molding produces plastic parts of every shape and size, thousands to be exact.
Plastic and using the molds gives you texture, it gives you colors, it also gives you shapes that you couldn't necessarily do in metal.
These plastic pieces are produced and pass inspection. But on the other side of the plant, it's time to punch and paint. The thousands of metal parts that PlayCore puts out.
At any one time, we may have 5,000 to 6,000 or 7,000 active parts that we're selling, and they can be configured in a different way.
Each part sees a second set of eyes to make sure the small hands that will play here are protected.
Just really, really nice to be able to do something that kids, your grandkids, your children can play on, and we always keep that in mind as we're making it.
PlayCore ships out about 50 play systems a week to city parks and schools all over the world with one goal in mind.
When you actually get to go watch children do what we intended for them to do when we started designing the equipment, when we manufacture it, it's a great feeling.
And PlayCore has a special interest in inclusive play, which means making the playground accessible for all children, regardless of their abilities. For more information on their programs and their playgrounds, you can find a link on this story on NewsChannel9.com.